Yes, we are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting. All right, so I'm ready. You're ready. Wednesday, hump day, baby. Hump day music night. I was born on a Wednesday, and oh shoot. And that's an actual fact. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Wait. I heard it drop. I want to be like those unprofessionals that I see holding the joint like this. All right, I'm going to switch it. Because I don't see it. It is magnetic, so what I'm going to do, I'm gonna put that. I gotta get this situation together. Nowhere in there. Okay. I'll find it when it's time to find it. That wouldn't be now, I guess, right? All right. Hold on to your love. I got to hold on. I'm telling you, when these things roll, like I lost a whole one of them. All right. We gonna do it like that. Hold on. I don't want to spend all day on this. Okay. As long as we hear, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Oh, ain't nobody. All right, let's go. All right, so Hump Day Wednesday, the 26th of August. August is getting on up out of here. Virgo season is in full and total effect. Leo season then ran away from us and all of that, but we still here. We good. Everything is all right. Hump Day Wednesday. Movie night. Now tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show, we won't be talking about movies. Tonight we're going to be talking about TV shows from the 70s. TV shows from the 70s. So this should be fun. So all of the people that I know, my old heads that grew up in the 70s, maybe born in the 60s, born in the 70s. I was born in 1970. Started it off, kicked off the decade. But I grew up I was a kid in the 70s, grew up in the 80s. But I remember very well all of the TV shows that were out back in the 70s. TV was a big part of American life in the 70s. A big part. We didn't have computers. We didn't have tablets. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have, things like that made it really easy to communicate with each other. So we talked on telephones. We watched a lot of TV. We went to the movies. We read a lot. People used to read. If you think people that read a lot now, back in the day, they really read. The library was a real place for real people. Shoot, they had things that you could rent in the library. Albums, records, cassettes. They probably rented 8-track tapes back in the 70s. I don't remember. I can't confirm that, but they rented everything else. The library was a big part, a major part of American life back in the 1970s. And we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, you was there, I was there, you was there, I was there, you was there, you was there, I was there, we was You was there, I was there, we were there. You was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, I was there, you was there, I was there, we was there, you was there, you was there, I was there, you was there, I was there, we was. You was there, yo, we was there. You was there, yeah, we was there. You was there, yo. So we talking about 70s shows tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Word. 70s TV shows, sitcoms, dramas. Now here are the rules tonight. The shows that we're talking about had to have come out in the 70s. So if they were a show that came out in the 60s that lasted into the 70s, we have to take a stronger look at it because it's not really a 70s TV show. So we're talking about those shows that happened, that came out organically in the 70s, baby. I said, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, I was there, we was there, you was there, I was there, we, you. I said, you, me, us, we, 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 you, me, us, we. I said, you was there, I was there, we was there, you was there, I was there, we was there, you was there, I was there, we was there, you was there, I was there, we was there, you was there, I was where, you was there, we was there, you was there, I was where, you was there, we was there, you was there, you was there, I said, you was there, I was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, yo. 1970s, how many of those shows can you remember, B? I can remember a whole lot, so we gonna get down tonight. Yo, guess what we got? Maybe next week we'll do the 80s. Right now we in the 70s. Right now, Mercedes wasn't the biggest car you could drive back then. It was a Cadillac, my friend. Yo, Eldorado, Seville, yo, that shit used to rock it, used to always kill. You ain't hear about no Bentley in the 70s, but they meant them shits for me. Yeah, Rolls Royce, that was the golden choice, but the Cadillac, the Cadillac, the Lincoln, baby, the Cadillac, the Lincoln. It was American motor time, baby. That's when America was on top, and in the 80s, that shit would come into a screeching halt to stop it, yo. That's when you saw the Beamers and Benzes and all them Audis, and yo, a lot of friends start switching over. It was all about the foreign, and that shit had other people going wild. Yo, I was a young boy, just a kid child, but I was coming of age, had made people get in the cage because of crack era and also AIDS. What the hell am I talking about? Glad them times are played, but that's when we was young, yo, before we really got strong, before we got married and start having kids. You know how it was, you know how we did. I said, you was there, I was there, we was there, you was there, I was there, we was there, you was there, I was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, yo, yeah, you was there, I was there, we was there, you was there, I was there, we was there, you was there, I was there, you was there, I was there, we was there, baby, yeah, that's how we get down. Yeah, you like how that sound? Everything is gonna be alright tonight. We gonna get down, make sure we sound bright. Yeah, you know how it does when we ride. Yeah, it'd be a hell of a night. I'm just trying to get paid. Ain't get paid yet, but yo. You was there, I was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there. I said that you was there, I was there, we was there, We was there, baby. I seen it. 70's happy tonight, yeah. Ah, yeah. Let the stars shine bright, yeah. Ah, holla if you hear me, yeah. Yeah. Just making sure we right. My man Jeff Sprayberry is in the house. What up, Jeff? Where are my people at? Movie night, baby. Wednesday. Yo, where my people at? Yeah. Wednesday night. Yeah, where are my people at? I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, we was there, I was there, you was there, I was there, you was there, I was there, we was there, I said, we was there that night, and all of those days, could nobody tell us nothing? Yeah, when I think about it, those days was crazy. Non-stop reading those books, just trying to learn, watching TV with those hooks, and not getting burned. I'm glad that I was able to get past. And I think about those things and how they couldn't last. Black and white TV is something we had. 13-inch with the handle on that bitch. You know what I'm talking about. We had. Yeah. Yo, this is before Sony Walkmans came out, yo. Yeah, this is before Sony Walkmans came out. You know, people act like they gonna remember a time when we barely had analog. Even before the days of cable TV, HBO, you could see. There was no such thing as pay-per-view. Do you remember? I do. Yes, I do. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yo, say, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get involved. I said, let's get into it. Let's get involved. So we're gonna talk about these 70s shows tonight, man. Dramas, soap operas, sitcoms, family dramas, family dramas, man. What y'all remember, man? I remember. See, I ain't gonna give up the game, but y'all had the power to, answer and play along as y'all feel. So we gonna do that right now. Okay. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. Well, this your daily. It's the daily go-get-optimism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing. Taking off fast lane, no coasting. And everything is gonna be all right. We talking about 70s TV shows tonight. We're not talking about movies tonight. Tonight, we talking about 70s TV shows. Yes, we're going to get real nostalgic tonight. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to get real nostalgic tonight, man. We're going to have some Throwback Thursday. It's technically right now. Technically. But we're not there. Technically, we're not there. But we are here. Technically, Technically, we're going to talk about it, be about it, get involved. These puzzle pieces right now, we going to solve. Said talk about it, be about it, get involved. These puzzle pieces right now, we going to solve. Levels is good. 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 Okay, so 70s TV shows, you know, not exactly the golden age of TV, but you gotta understand what the way that 70s TV shows paved, because that was the Norman Lear era. That was the Norman Lear era, the 70s decade. And that meant a lot to TV because in the 70s, cultural lines started to get crossed in ways that would never happen that way again. And you can only be the first at something one time. You can be first at other things, but at that one thing, you can only be first one time. And so the 70s was when you started seeing more than just white people on TV. In previous decades, you didn't really have black TV shows. You might have one or two, but in the 70s, you started seeing a heavy presence of black people on TV, Latinos on TV. You started seeing more brown on TV to match with the. I just saw something weird. We good? Can y'all hear me? We good? Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, we straight. I just saw this like little flash or whatever. It threw me off. But yeah, you started seeing more brown on TV, and you started seeing certain subject matter broached on TV that they wouldn't have touched in the 60s, and you can hella forget about it in the 50s. In the 50s and 60s, they wouldn't even have a husband and a wife sleeping in the same bed. They thought that was too risque for American people. Like, I don't know who they thought they was protecting with that shit, but that's how they got down. In the 70s, not only were they in bed together, they was damn near fucking. I mean, all that heavy kissing that they was doing on TV shows was, in bed. They were pretty well clothed to be in bed. Nobody bare chested or whatever, but they was, those good night kisses was long, baby. Long. You didn't see kissing like that on 60s TV. Nah, I can definitely attest to that. So we're going to talk about these 70s TV shows. Now, you didn't have to be born in the 60s or 70s in order to participate in this. You just had to know the shows. So if you know the shows, whether they were in syndication, reruns, by the time you came of age, doesn't matter. You could play along, 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 play along. Yo, so let's get into it, man. I'm going to put my drums away. Let's get into this game. Well, it's not really a game, but you know what I mean. Let's have some fun tonight. Let's have some fun tonight. Movie night, baby. It's movie night, baby. It's movie night, baby. So I said so. Hold on to your love. You got to hold on. Let me get my man involved off the rip. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go. Call my mans. Hey, yo. Yeah, I ain't waiting on you tonight. You play around too much. You know what I mean?
You ain't calling, bro.
Nah, I mean? You want to keep people up late at night and all of that shit. So, yeah, I'm not going to play with you tonight. I'm going to get you on early.
Hello?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I'm right here, boy.
I know. I said you like to play around, keep people later than they want to be kept. So say no, let me go get him early, get him involved right out the gate, so we can be okay. What's up?
We can be okay, Bach, right?
Yeah. Carla and Baby Grizz, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Everybody good? Everybody good? I hope so. So we talking about 70s TV shows tonight.
Oh my God.
Simple and plain. God. Simple and plain. 70s TV shows. We ain't making nothing hard. Calm down. Yeah. Calm down. You gonna have plenty of time for all of that. But we need to have a conversation about what 70s TV meant to the United States and the world. Because just like I was just explaining, 70s TV broached a lot of cultural boundaries. They broached a lot of topics that they would have never touched in the 60s. And they sure as hell wasn't going nowhere near that in the 50s. You started seeing, yeah. You started seeing a whole lot more black and brown on TV in the 70s. You would have never seen that in the 60s. You know, you had a show here, a show there, you know what I mean? But there wasn't no whole lot of black people on TV. That's just the way it was. And that was acceptable in the 50s and 60s. In the 70s, you started having black shows and they was getting money. They were, the faces were becoming recognizable, but the subject matter was the most important thing. And not just with black shows. The subject matter with 70s TV, it was hot and it was heavy and it was deep. You know what I mean? Yeah. They started talking about a whole lot of, deeply personal things on TV. And there was really no going back. But the way that they did it on the 70s, I think it's interesting how you could say nigga on TV in the 70s and you couldn't do that in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? That's when you think about that. Not that they were saying it like they say it, in pop culture now, but they would say it on TV, to show you what racism was and what racial slurs were and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Think about it. After the Jeffersons, you ain't hear no honky, no redneck, or none of that. Nobody called white people that in the 80s that I can remember. No shows. Yeah, I don't remember.
You're absolutely correct. Yeah.
I'm saying the 70s was doing some shit. 70s TV was on some shit. That was the Norman Lear era. So we need to have a little, conversation about that because it's real. Let me see. Somebody said, before World War II, most black people lived in the southern U.S., the Caribbean, Central, and South America. Before World War II. You could say that, yeah. But, you also have to remember that the cities down south are smaller. There's a lot more space. I said down south, downtown. I meant down south. They didn't have big cities down south. And, in the north, they did. You had the New Yorks, you had the Philadelphias, you had the Detroits, you had the Chicagos, so, it depends on how you look at it. Somehow, listen, man, listen, a lot of us going back down south, y'all got that shit. I ain't going back down that motherfucker. I'm good.
They're chasing me out because we call it the Norman Lear effect, right? But as recently as last year, 2 years ago, Eric Monty, the one that had a lot to do with Good Times, has came out and said Norman Lear stole his concepts for the show, The Jeffersons.
Hold on. He also says most white people had never met a black person before that. That's just not true.
That's not true at all.
That's not true at all. You know what I'm saying? You know, like this myth that somehow white people were shielded away from black people. It's a lie. It's a fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? It's a lie. You know, there are some places where black people don't live, but there aren't really any places where no black people are. You know what I mean? You're going to get one or two.
Right. I mean, black people are able to make the Benetton of colors through pregnancy, but you also got to realize that if they never met us, we wouldn't have light skin or white people.
Yeah, but the thing is, I ain't trying to get into the whole race thing. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like I ain't with all that shit tonight. We just talking about what 70s TV did, you know, to cross cultural boundaries, and they put their foot firmly on the gas and took off with the shit. And it's funny because so many things were politically incorrect in the 70s and they didn't give a fuck. And then in the 80s, they did give a fuck again. You know what I mean? So you still had a lot of black TV in the 80s, but now they was playing it soft. Where in the 70s, it was like, yeah, what's up? What up, nigga? What up, honky? What's a honky and shit? What the hell is that? But anyway, you know,
I'm still understanding what it is. Where did that derive from?
He said, think about Europe, Canada, and the northern U.S. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Shit, European keep black people. What? Come on, man. I don't know how old you are, but you sound crazy. But all right, I'm going to get my seat. I'm going to take my seat and let's go ahead and do this thing. 70s TV, baby. That's what's on deck. That's how we doing it tonight. 70s TV. All right, man. So, first of all, my brother, how was your day today? What's your life like?
Living like a black man should, as this philosopher known as Omar with the normally say. Nice philosopher. He's a very, very highly intelligent. He's comes from the cultural philosopher, like, you know, William Shakespeare, and, you know, he's very for art thou intelligent.
Well, that's cool. I appreciate that. So, as far as decades of TV are concerned, eras basically, where would you rank 70s TV as a whole? Where would you rank that, like, compared to maybe like the 60s, 80s, 90s, 2000? Where would you rank if you had to give it, like, all right, let's say in 4 or 5 decades, you know, A, B, C, D, E? What grade would you give 70s TV?
Well, I would have to give a grade of 70s TV. I would have it, if we go through an ABC, I would have to give it like a B plus or A to me, because that's my decade. That's our decade. You know, so I mean, anything that came on TV in that decade, 70s TV, was very, very inspiring to us. I seen what was going on through that decade. And whatever we learned from the 70s, we took it into the 80s. You know what I mean? So, I mean, whatever the 70s was showing. And you also got to remember, you know, the TV shows that came on in the 60s sprung off into the 70s too. So it taught us a lot about a lot of things, you know.
Yeah, one thing I appreciated about the 70s above all other things is the live studio audience.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't no laugh tracks or nothing.
Those jokes had to be funny on those sitcoms. Those jokes had to hit. You know what I mean? Like, they had to be funny. Now, I don't know if in the studios they had because they would tell them to applause. You know what I mean? When to get applause in certain studios. But you could tell when things were genuinely funny because you would hear people in the studio audience talking sometimes. The microphone would pick up certain things. Like I'll never forget. I think it was either on What's Happening or it was on Good Times, and somebody's name was Gertrude. And I remember somebody in the background saying, "Yeah, Gertrude," you know what I mean? And I was like, and like you heard it. You know what I mean? So the 70s studio audience had a certain authenticity. And I think that had an impact on the writing. It made you have to write. You know what I mean? Like you was writing for a live audience. You wasn't writing, for the laugh track. And you're like, well, we think this shit is going to be funny. So we're going to just turn up the laugh track and then you'll know when to laugh. You'll get the punchline. No, you had to write with the mental of people, of real people in mind. That's deep. Because they took that away in the 80s. So in that regard, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to give 70s TV, I'm going to give it an A.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, I'm going to give it an A because there's a lot to unpack about 70s TV. It really is. Even if you don't think it was the best, I think it was the most creative. And I think it took a lot of depth and heart. I mean, Richard Pryor had a TV show.
Flip Wilson had a TV show.
Bill Cosby had a TV show.
Yeah.
Before there was Steve Harvey, there was Bill Cosby. I don't think people don't look at it like that. Bill Cosby was the original Steve Harvey. You know how Steve Harvey stay on TV some kind of way. That was Bill first.
Yeah.
So, man, so let's get into this thing. So we're talking about 70s TV. And so I want to make sure that we keep the conversation going, not just with the titles of the shows, but actually, what those shows meant, and what they meant to us, because watching TV was a big deal to us in the 70s. It really was. I think there was something for everybody on TV, and it was really reflective of American life. And I'm only saying that because I'm in America. And so those shows, like I can't speak on like British or European TV shows. I can speak on American TV shows. And we definitely put our stamp on TV broadcasting throughout the world. So let's get into it. All right. So I didn't label this favorite 70s shows. I just said 70s TV shows. So tell you what, let's do it this way. Everybody, let's name two shows and why you feel like those two shows were important or what they meant to you. They don't have to be important to the whole world. They just have to be important to you. Can we do it like that? All right. So I'm going to go first.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to go. This show actually was created and aired in 1969, but it blew up in the 70s. And that show is Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And the reason that Sesame Street was such an important show to me in the world is because it was like nothing we had ever seen before. This animated, well, not animated, but this puppeteer, Jim Henson, who brought puppets to life with real life people. And, and it was an educational show that brought education to us on TV like we had never seen before. So whereas TV had long been criticized because of for decreasing your intelligence, with Sesame Street, it pretty much raised your intelligence, and for children. But then the adults loved the show more than the kids did.
Yeah. There was that before there was YouTube and everything teaching us everything. Mm-hmm. Sesame Street. Parents was able to put on Sesame Street and put their kids in their chair and just walk away and do whatever they had to do to clean the house and do their chores and stuff. So, but Sesame Street is one of the beginning stages of, able to do that.
It was educational TV, no holds barred, but it was fun. It was fun. It was funny. And like I said, the parents would sit their kids in front of Sesame Street, but shit, the parents couldn't take their eyes off it either. Like, they couldn't believe how safe it was. You know what I mean? And educational. It was crazy and entertaining.
I mean, let's just think about some of the things we learned on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I mean, they would sponsor the shows with letters. Sponsored by the letter A. You know what I mean? It was, and the number 6. It was crazy. You know what I mean? It was really, really, it was really a mind fuck. That's what Sesame Street was. It was literally a mind fuck. So I'm going to go with Sesame Street, and then I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go with The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
The Incredible Hulk was a Marvel Comics character, but on that TV screen, you felt David Banner's, you felt his anger. Like, he really had a reason to be mad. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yo, why y'all fucking with him? He ain't do nothing to you. You know what I mean? So everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but the people who enjoyed The Incredible Hulk, it was like, it brought out the inner retaliation against the bully in most people. You know what I mean? Like, see, you know what I mean? The dude he's the drifter. You could see he has some problems. He got some trouble and he's trying to deal with his own shit. And here you go fucking with him. And then you got your ass thrown all the way across the room or over a car. Right. That's what you get, pussy.
And then the music that went along with the show.
It was crazy.
It was like down.
It was the redemption. It was the reconciliation. You know what I mean? You know what it was? The music was the benediction, dog.
Yeah.
When you saw him walking, you know what I mean, walking away to his next stop.
Walking in the slow music.
That was the benediction, dog.
He came into town, created havoc, and beat up the bad people. And
Hell
the rest was some slow music.
Hell yeah.
You know how many T-shirts I ripped playing Hawk?
It was crazy, man. Lou Ferrigno was the man. You know what I mean?
Real.
All right, what's yours?
Well, since you went with educational TV, I'm gonna do an educational one because I'm not going to even lie to you. I took all my kids off this show, especially my twins. Came on Saturdays. Fucking Schoolhouse Rock, man. Schoolhouse Rock was one of my favorite, and still is. I can look at that without my kids being around. It pissed me off
I said, yo, go ahead.
Because it pisses me off because it was so good that I just thought it was a cartoon. And not realizing I couldn't be getting all A's in class if I just listened to the you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But the shit was so good, man. They did it takes me out because the same thing Sesame Street did, Schoolhouse Rock did, it taught you through music. So if you learned everything if you remember the songs, you took the songs in the class with you. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? I
Hooking up
am a
phrases.
bill, cause I'm only a bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The song Bird.
Mm-hmm.
The Bird one, it was one of my favorite ones, man.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Black,
The superhero boy, the black superhero. That shit was crazy.
For real. So I mean,
I can ask a question like, what is it?
yeah.
I can give a command like, go get it. That was my shit. That shit was dope. Yeah.
Bird, you're so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Bird, I mean, all these, and I'm gonna tell you something, right? It takes me out because if you listen to the pronoun one, right?
Yeah.
Even rappers used it. used the fucking rhythm from fucking Schoolhouse Rock to make some of their beats. Tracy Lee used everywhere that my crew rolls. Pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
The pronoun beat and everything that he used came from the song from Pronouns. Even that right there alone.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean a lot of fucking people. I wish that people would teach their kids off of Schoolhouse Rock today, man. Multiplications, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. Yeah, they was rocking and rolling for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, that right there alone, Schoolhouse Rock was one, if and still is one of my favorite shows at 56 years old.
That's
and
what's
then,
up.
I'm gonna go with this. Not even low hanging fruit. I'm gonna go with a movie from there, but it was a mini series, which is also a show. We'll go with Roots.
That's what and see that's what the 70s was doing. Yo, they didn't give a fuck.
No,
they was gonna mash this shit in your face. Like, you gonna get this work.
You gonna learn about this. I'm gonna teach y'all about y'all. I'm gonna teach y'all. We're gonna teach y'all about what y'all did to us, and we're gonna make black people mad at the same time. You know how many black people looked at Roots and went to work and looked at their friend, looked at the white people sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's what the fuck you've been thinking about, is our motherfucker.
Yeah, that's Roots was crazy.
You saw Roots and with the second grade looking at your friend sideways. I'm ready to really fuck you up, bro.
Roots was, I mean, the 70s TV was relentless. It was very, very non-apologetic. Like, they was just like, this is what it is. You ain't gotta like it.
The FCC was called the FUCK. They give a fuck. They give a fuck. They masked a lot of things. They didn't allow you to say a lot of things. A lot of things was implied. Because back in the 70s, you look a commercial come on and they show women feminine pads and they use blue water. Now, as of recently, a couple years ago, they start using red water.
All right. We gonna have to move it along a little faster. I mean, we gonna fuck around and only have 8 shows going. All right.
Back the chat nuts.
Okay, so Jeff said, "Welcome back, Carter." Hell yeah.
Oh,
yeah. My man Jeff, he said, turning the channel with channel locks. He didn't say pliers. He said channel locks. That's when you can always tell when a motherfucker done some contractor work. He said a pair of channel locks, not pliers. You know what I'm saying? So not vice grips. You know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
All right.
Vice grips, pliers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, or because you know you're gonna break the damn antenna. You might as well get the damn hanger right now and fix that damn antenna.
Yo, all right. So he said, "Welcome back, Carter." One of my favorite shows of all time, easily.
Both of ours.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And let's think about it, right? With Welcome Back, Kotter, if you really
No. Come on. We gotta run through it.
I just want to say something. With Welcome Back, Kotter, down for a spinoff from Welcome Back, Kotter could have been the movie. What is it? John Travolta movie, Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, he definitely got his start on Welcome Back, Kotter. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me see. Baby Grizz said Chrissy Love, first black lady detective. I don't know that show. Chrissy Love? Was that?
Yeah, I remember Chrissy Love.
Okay, I don't remember that show.
I remember Chrissy
That was
Love.
the name of the show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember Christy Love.
Okay. Jeff Spray talking about Dolomite. He ain't had no TV show, though.
He ain't had no TV show, Jeff. He had a movie.
All right, let me see. What else we got? What we got? Let me see. WKRP in Cincinnati. Hell yeah. One of my favorite shows. That shit was dope. Shit was dope. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Carla said Electric Company was good back in the day because of the music. And of course, Soul Train. Yes, absolutely.
Electric Company. And, Morgan Freeman came from the Electric Company.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. That's where I knew him from.
Yeah.
That motherfucker ain't never been young.
Yeah, he never been.
Not a day in his life. He had to be about 60 then.
He came out his mama womb looking 105.
Mm-hmm. Tori said Reading Rainbow. That came out in the 80s, baby.
80s.
Yeah, that's 80s. That's
now
80s.
LeVar Burton from the Reading Rainbow came out in the 70s.
Yo, that show you how advanced that slaves had gotten. You know what I mean?
From Kobe to the Reading Rainbow.
Yo, he might not have, his foot was cut off, but that motherfucker could read his ass off. All right.
He hopped his ass over there.
But yeah, that was the 80s. Mary Lee said Red Fox. I think you mean Sanford and Son. I'll take it.
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely. They just calling out actors, Damon Wilson. All right, so we'll put both of them together. All right.
I want my daddy's records.
Damn, that's all y'all put. Okay. Tori 2200. Fat Albert. Hey. I'm going to sing a song. I'm going to sing a song for you. Yeah, that was Fat Albert was
my fucking show. That was my fucking. Don't go hanging around. The songs is very inspiring too, because towards the end of the show, it taught you songs that can teach you stuff about life.
True.
So yeah.
True. All right. So that's all we got in the chat, y'all. I'm surprised at y'all. I really am.
I'm surprised. Yeah,
I am. All right, so I'm going to go with Three's Company. I'm going with Three's Company because Three's Company, I don't know what it was in 1977 with my 6 or 7 year old self, but I had never seen a show like Three's Company. To me, it was so entertaining. It was so funny. You know what I mean? It was just like, the storyline itself broached a lot of cultural topics, except race. They went for the gay angle. So he was it was a straight man acting like he was gay in order to share an apartment with two women, as if the landlord has any business deciding who can live with who. That shit was crazy in California. You know what I mean?
I'm going to tell you, and that was, some of my favorite, in the 70s, we had TV crushes as young men. And people might have loved Suzanne Summer, but I was a big time crush on fucking Joyce DeWitt, man. Her thick ass.
You thought she was thick?
I thought she was thick.
I guess when you 7 or 8 years old, she is.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
She was 7, 8 years old. Thick.
Shit, I thought Farrah Fawcett had a body. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, where? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all right. So I'm going with Three's Company, and I'm gonna have to go with Happy Days. You know what I mean?
Hey.
You know what? Happy Days, for some reason, Happy Days seemed like a musical to me, even though it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was something about the way it came on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the little music that they played during their cut scenes. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but you know, the whole Fonzie, the A, you know what I mean? That's where I learned that thumbs up meant something good. You know, I'm not sure if everybody would have been doing that if it wasn't for Arthur Fonzarelli. But yeah, Happy Days was my shows. What you got? What you got, Troy?
Okay, I'm gonna go with. You know, I'm trying not to go with the low hanging fruit, but one of my shows, man, was damn Alice. Alice was one of my shows, man.
All right, somebody said Alice in the they said Jeff said Alice's Diner.
You said that?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with more. I'm gonna go with another show.
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with let me just take Good Times, man. I'm gonna take Good Times.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Good Times, and you couldn't tell me that I didn't have a Thelma and a Thelma, a Michael, and a fucking JJ in my family. You know, my oldest brother, who I call him bitch now, but he was JJ. My sister was Thelma, and my middle brother was Michael.
Okay.
And I was just a friend of the family, it felt like. Shit. That's what I felt like, man.
Oh, man, you funny as shit.
I was like one of the cousins that came and visited and wound up staying or something. But that shit, Good Times is very, very, you know, in a lot of shit. I'm not gonna keep talking because I know we gotta move on. That's one. And other one is What's Happening.
Okay. That's a good one.
You know, and I don't care what nobody say. Any black person say, a lot of black people didn't know nothing about the Doobie Brothers until you seen them or fucking What's Happening.
Yeah, well, you don't care what nobody say, but everybody know you don't know what you're talking about.
Everybody. I mean, I'm talking about as a kid, I didn't know nothing about the Doobie Brothers until the Doobie Brothers came on What's Happening.
Well, we was 8.
We was 8, yeah, but you know
what I'm saying.
But my 8-year-old mind didn't think anything different, though.
I understand. Well, yeah, I mean, listen, Doobie Brothers they started off as a straight up rock group, and Michael McDonald wasn't having it.
Yeah, he said, no, with this voice, I need to reach my black people.
I don't know exactly what he had in mind, but he knew he had a lane. But you know, I mean, but you know, but we have to remember that What's Happening as a show was modeled after the movie Cooley High. It was based on the movie Cooley High. So
you brought that up. I think maybe a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So you know, it had a special place for most black people. You know, I mean, I ain't saying that all black people saw Cooley High because I know some people who didn't see it, didn't even know nothing about it, which I think is weird. But you know, hey, not everybody likes black movies or black cinema.
Black movies, yeah.
So yeah, but those are good. Those are good. Okay, what we got? We got Sanford and Son, which we already did. Well, it's mentioned several times. The Jackson 5 show. Go ahead, Carla. Shit. Yeah.
Carla, you
Hell yeah.
A couple weeks. You've been doing your due diligence, Carl. I'm proud of you.
I don't give a fuck with anything the Jackson 5 did. Count me in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Michael Jackson for me, no. Jackson 5, hell yeah. Count me in.
Janet Jackson wasn't my girlfriend, boy.
Yeah.
Tell me I had a great relationship. Come around and see me sometime.
I know, right? Now, Starsky and Hutch. Yeah. Good show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In 70s, they had good cop shows. That's for sure. There's a lot of cop shows in the 70s when you think about it.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
You see Jackson's Variety Hour. Okay. The Partridge Family. The Partridge Family actually came out in 1970. No, it came early 70s. It came out in 1970.
Okay.
Yeah. They definitely came out in the color TV age, you know. Yeah, the cousin to my favorite show, Happy Days, was Laverne and Shirley. Thank you for that, Tori 2200. Yeah, Laverne and Shirley, the spinoff of Happy Days.
Yes, it is. Kenny Marshall. Turned out to be one of the greatest directors after that.
Yep. Taxi. I never liked Taxi.
I love Taxi,
I
man.
did not like Taxi, but
another one of my crushes, man. Mary Lou Henner, man. I was a big time Mary Lou Henner fan.
Okay.
Tony Danza, and Danny DeVito. What's his name? Andy Kaufman.
Somehow, when I watched Taxi, and I did watch it, I just didn't like it. And now when I think about it, they seem dirty to me. I felt dirty when I watched Taxi. Like, I need a shower. I know what it was. I can't explain it. It seemed dark. It seemed like it was dark all the time. You know what I mean? Because I guess a lot of...
It was in a dirty ass garage.
I guess. It looked like, I don't know. Taxi.
I gotta get in the shower after watching Taxi.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, dirty ass. It was always at nighttime, you know what I'm saying? Which made sense. But okay.
Dirty ass show. Got me getting in the shower.
This is a good one. Fame. Hell yeah.
Fame wasn't from the 70s.
Yes, the hell it was. Absolutely it was.
What year did the movie Fame or the TV show Fame? Because Fame, I believe, came out in the 80s, son.
Hold on. You might be on to something. But I think it came out in the 70s. Hold on.
I was at Greenfield when Fame came out.
Hold on. When did the TV show Fame come out? I don't think they understand what the fuck I just asked. It's talking about some 2008. Fuck is you talking about?
What year did the TV show Fame come on TV? 1982. January 7th.
Yeah. Carla, get it together, ma.
Now you mess it up again now.
You know what I mean?
Every time I bring you in, I try to leave you, bring you back there.
You know? No Fame. Cross Fame off the list. All right, Little House on the Prairie, though. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? I still see Melissa Gilbert running up that hill.
Yeah.
And a little jagged dress. All right. Saturday Night Live. Yes.
Yes.
Still on air, still on TV to this day. Yeah. But that shit was funny as hell back in the 70s.
Yes, it was.
God damn. You had Chevy Chase. You had Gilda Radner. The skits they used to do.
John Belushi.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That shit was off the chain.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yes.
And if you really want to be take it real deep, Dan Aykroyd is the beginning version of Will Ferrell, because both of them remind me of each other.
Dan Aykroyd he was funny as shit. He made good movies. You know what I mean? Shout out to Fletch. All right. No, Gilligan's Island definitely came out in the 60s. And there we go. The Muppet Show and Wonder Woman. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's another one of my crushes.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Yes.
And she got older son. And have you seen her?
Yes. She had pretty ass eyes.
Yes, he did.
All right. What we got? Let me see. Carol Burnett show. Hell yeah.
Yes, it was.
I Love Lucy came out in the 60s.
Yeah.
Not in the 70s. Oh, here we go. Now we rocking and rolling. Hee haw. Hell yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yo, why did we like hee haw? I don't know, but we did. You know what I mean? We just fucking did. All right. Tori says, I used to love Wonder Woman. Hell yeah. That shit was crazy. Okay. Since we talk about...
Thank y'all for waking up, chat. Thank y'all for waking up.
You know what I mean? Keep it coming. All right. Since we talking about Wonder Woman, I'm going to talk about a show that we might have forgot. That woman spinning around ISIS. ISIS.
Oh my God.
Shit. It's fucking ISIS. That's
oh my God.
She's spinning. And fuck it. I'm going to go with my favorite, the $6 Million Man, baby.
I knew you were going to take it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You got me. They got me in the mood. The $6 Million Man. Man, did I want to be able to have a bionic eye and run as fast as we thought Steve Austin was running?
That's just and then fucking Bionic Man is just a spinoff of the spinoff from that was RoboCop.
Yo, the Bionic Man, or should I say the $6 Million Man, made us run slow to symbolize running fast. I mean, fucking genius. That was psychological genius. Had us running slow to symbolize running fast. Fucking turtles. Shit was crazy.
All right. I'm getting ready to go to one of my favorite shows, man. Even when it came on, you had to sing the song with it. The Love Boat, soon you be making another run.
The Love, that was the shit. The Love Boat was a duck. What kind of show was The Love Boat? Was it a sitcom?
It was a sitcom.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because, you know, sometimes they had, it was a sitcom, but they had serious shit on there too.
Yeah, it was a sitcom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even with the serious shit on there, it was a sitcom / comedy.
Everybody wanted to ride on the Pacific Princess, boy.
They didn't have no laugh tracks. I don't know because that couldn't have been a live audience though, son, could it?
It couldn't have been. Now we really thinking like, well, could it?
Yeah.
Well, let's Google it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Was The Love Boat taped in front of a live studio audience? No, The Love Boat was not taped in front of a live studio audience.
I knew it had to be. It had to be laugh track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, now it was considered a romantic comedy series.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let me test a little bit of your Love Boat knowledge or memory. What's one of the ports that they always stopped at?
Puerto Vallarta.
God damn, boy. There you yo. Yes. Puerto Vallarta. I used to be like, they always stop there. You know what I mean? That was their route.
I wonder why they never stopped at the Dominican Republic. I want to learn more about them earlier.
They would have, but they was on the West Coast instead of the East. You know what I
mean? Yeah.
They was the Pacific Princess. We needed an Atlantic Princess.
I'm serious, man.
But yeah, man, that's good shit. Good shit. Okay.
My other one would be, you know what came on after the Love Boat? Welcome to Paradise. Fantasy
Oh
Island.
yeah. One of the best shows ever.
Saturday nights. Saturday nights before the house party, before the house party took over my life, was beautiful, man.
Yo,
Fucking Love Boat and Fantasy Island.
that was a hell of a lineup right there, boy.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a
The
lineup.
plane, boss, the plane.
Fantasy Island was a dope ass show.
And nobody, my young ass mind didn't know nothing about little people until you seen fucking my man from off of Fantasy Island.
Hervé Villachez.
There you go, Herb. I knew it was Herb. I just didn't know the last name. I forgot the last name.
Hervé Villachez.
The plane, boss, the plane. What kind of chips you want, Herb? The plane, boss, the plane.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good. Yo, you definitely had the Saturday lineup, boy.
Yeah, that was my Saturday lineup.
Yes.
Because I mean, first of all, you brought up Hee Haw because Hee Haw was a Saturday night show.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let me see. Let's see what we got. All right. Let's see. The Brady Bunch and Dallas. Dallas, yes. The Brady Bunch actually came out in the 60s. But it did last into the 70s.
Yes, it did.
It did. So we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it. The Brady Bunch and Dallas. I didn't like Dallas because I didn't like soap operas, but but Dallas, that cliffhanger, boy, that Who Shot JR shit.
I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. Charlize Hilton. Oh my God, man. Oh my God, I love snow bunnies back in the day. I was a snow bunny lover. Snow bunnies.
Mm-hmm.
I was skiing.
Yeah, man.
I had my fair share snow bunny. You can call me DJ from off of Hustle and Flow. You know what I mean, man? You know what I mean, man?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was a good one, man.
Yeah. Let me see. Josie and the Pussycats and Scooby-Doo. Let me see. I don't know about Scooby-Doo. So something feel real 60-ish about Scooby-Doo. Let me see.
Late 60s, I think, Scooby-Doo came out. Now, Josie and the Pussycats, that's different.
Hold on. When did the cartoon Scooby-Doo air the first time? 69. All right, so we'll let it go.
We'll let it slide.
Yeah, 69. It's touching it. It's touching it. Definitely lasted into it.
It wasn't for those dastardly kids.
You know what I mean? Yeah, right? The mystery van. You know what I mean? All right. I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched. No, straight 60s. Nah, both of those were 60s. Let me see. The Betty White show? What's that?
What? That's from the 50s.
The Betty White show was from the 50s?
She had her own show. Betty White had her own show.
Yeah, I know that wasn't in those 70s.
No, that was the 50s.
And the Jetsons ain't from the 70s either.
Came out the same time the Flintstones came out.
Around that time, yeah. And it was over by the 70s. For sure.
The fucked up part about it is that Jetsons told us about the technology we got today.
I'm telling you, man, that shit crazy. I'm like, how the fuck did they know that? Everything on there we have, except for a flying car, and they working on it.
That fucking Area 51 shit spun off the fucking Jetsons. You ain't gonna tell me nothing about that, man.
All right, here we go. Charlie's Angels. Hell yeah.
Man,
Charlie's Angels.
I mean, everybody looked at Fair. But I looked at Jacqueline Smith, man. I like Jack Bushman. No bunny season.
Charlie's Angels got away with not letting you see who the fuck the star was of the show.
Yeah, Bosley.
No, we saw Bosley. We never got to see Charlie.
Yeah.
You know, Blake Carrington.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this shit, they got away with that.
John Forsythe.
They got away with not letting us see who the fuck we was watching the show for. Well, I guess, all right, Angels. Yes, Angels. Yes, Angels. I was like, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. I wonder how much he got paid for not actually being on camera.
Just the voice.
You know what I mean? He might have been one of the highest voiceovers we ever saw in our lives. But how you going to negotiate a fair, a better deal? Like, yo, they coming to see me. No, they're coming to see the Angels. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Jacqueline Smith.
To begin his pages after the Cubs was Charlie's Angels.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, come to find out Farrah Fawcett was all hair.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let me see. The Munsters was nowhere near no 70s.
Late 50s and the 60s.
Now, see, y'all count y'all reruns. All right, Chips. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Eric Estrada. What was the white dude's name?
The other guy.
You know what? You ain't never done lied, boy.
The other guy.
I ain't fucking with you.
Remember Eric Estrada? Remember Eric Estrada? The other guy.
Yo, what was the other guy? Okay, hold on. What was the white cop's name in the show Chips? John Baker, played by Larry Wilcox. So, yeah, all right. So it was Pancho and John. Yup, John and Pancho.
Yeah.
Pancho. What the fuck? Mexican exploitation. All right.
No worse than in commercial. Ain't a Chinese secret.
Yo, right? Ancient Chinese secret. All right. That's General Hospital. Yes. Somebody already said WKRP in Cincinnati love pizza, but good looking out. Kojak. Absolutely. More cop shows. Hawaii 5-0.
Who loves you, baby?
Carla came through with Kojak and Hawaii 5-0. Absolutely. Tori said Mighty Mouse and Catch That Pigeon. I don't think Mighty Mouse came out in the 70s.
No. Mighty Mouse came out. I mean, Mighty Mouse was a late 50, early 60s cartoon.
Yeah. And Catch That Pigeon. I don't even know that show. You know that show?
Now, whoever Catch That Pigeon is, you owe this sawdust. I don't even know what called. Catch That Pigeon. What's that? A game show?
Right?
Hey, Catch That Pigeon.
Oh, the Betty White. Jeff says the Betty White show was the 70s. Fact check. All right, let's have a look here. When was the Betty White show created? (1952), 1958, and 1977.
Oh, okay. Spun off.
I guess. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
What's your 3 shows in the 70s?
All right, it was a 1977 sitcom.
Okay.
Created by Stan Daniels and Ed Weinberger. Okay. Yeah, it's her. All right. All right, good work. Good work.
A couple months away from 100. She tried her best to make it to 100.
That's like saying Dracula. Well, which one? Bella Lugosi. Where we starting from? Yeah, all right. Okay. All right. I did $6 Million Man. Are y'all listening to this show? They just be writing this shit. Give a fuck. You know what I mean? I already said $6 Million Man. Hogan's Heroes. I think Hogan's Heroes was the 60s. I'm pretty sure of that. Pretty sure of that. It was in color, so it couldn't have been the 50s, but it was in the 60s.
It was the 50s. One of my favorite shows.
It wasn't in the 50s because it was in color.
Yeah.
Well, some of the episodes was in color, right? Yeah. But it wasn't the 50s. It was definitely the 60s. All right. All in the Family and the Jeffersons. Thank you. Low hanging fruit. Spinoff. All in the Family and the Jeffersons.
Oh.
Basically, those two shows sum up everything I was talking about in the beginning. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Please make sure y'all hit the like button. That's the only thing I need y'all to do.
Some of these shows gave off so many black spin-off shows. It's a shame.
Yeah. Gunsmoke. Was that the 70s?
No.
I don't think so. You know what I mean? It wasn't really a whole lot of Western shows in the 70s like that. We had gotten away from that. But I think Wild Wild West was in the 70s though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Will Smith made a movie called Hot Mess.
You're right. Hong Kong Phooey and Jabberjaw.
God damn. Favorite cartoons. Great cartoons.
Hong Kong Phooey.
I don't know. Number one super guy. Jabberjaw. The greediest great white shark you ever saw.
Jabberjaw. Yeah, I mean? Yeah. Call it talking about some Ironside. Come on, man. Come on. All right. Tori said the Waltons. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Good night, John Boy.
You know what I mean?
Good night, Mary Lou. Mom and Dad was fucking their ass off.
I mean, they ain't had nothing else to do back in Depression era, United States. What was West Virginia?
They was getting it in.
They was in West Virginia, right?
I believe so.
I think that's where they was set. And it's funny because John Boy, wanted to go to college. Back then, during the Depression, West Virginia is like, if it ain't the least educated state out of 50 states, it's in the top. It's in like the bottom 3 easily.
Yeah.
So that was like the unrealistic part of it, but fuck it.
I really want to know, because there was always 2 shows. I never think it's 2, maybe 3. It's 3 shows, maybe 4 shows. There was a lot of shows, sitcoms that you didn't really see black people in them TV shows. I never see a black person on fucking Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, Three's Companies, The Waltons, no Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, that shit crazy. Hold on. Michael Silcox says, "Hey, son and family, I'm not able to use my account on here, using a friend's account to show love. Tell you all I miss you all and still hanging on in there."
That's good. God bless, man.
But who is it?
Well, it gotta be somebody that know you that's fluent, that speaks fluent go-gettism.
Oh, okay. It's the Grim Reaper.
Oh, okay.
But I'm glad you still hanging in there. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm glad you're still hanging in there, Grim Reaper.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
You're fighting hard.
No doubt. Sound like you winning. That's what's up. All right. Adam 12. Yeah. One Adam 12. One Adam 12.
One Adam 12. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that show.
Yeah.
Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman. Yeah. All right.
Your turn.
The Rockford Files. Wait a minute. I'm gonna let him play out. All right. The Rockford Files.
Yeah, James
Carla the Jetsons was not in the 70s. No, they weren't. Scooby
Here we
Doo.
go, Carla. You start your stuff again.
You ain't gonna get away with this. All right, hold on. I'm gonna help this. What years did the Jetsons air on TV? (1962 to 1963). One fucking year. All the shows we see are 1 year. 1 year. And they said new episodes later aired from 85 to 87. I bet you it wasn't in that same voice. Yep. Start date September 23rd, 1962. End date March 17th, 19. Not even a whole year. Damn.
Dang.
So they only had 24 episodes, dog. Can you believe that shit?
Damn.
So yeah, it wasn't even a hit. It wasn't a hit. That shit was a flop. 1 year for this animated trash. You know what? They probably had to take it off of the air because it was revealing too much.
Yeah, it had to.
You know what I mean? Somebody
showing too much of where we was at right there.
Hanna-Barbera had the inside scoop. They was talking to Sony. Okay.
Sony the damn alien.
Yo. All right, so I'm gonna go with let's see. It's hard to choose. You know what? Fuck it. I like One Day at a Time, so I'm gonna go with that. One day at a time, one day at a time, one day at a time.
This is it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with One Day at a Time, and then I'm gonna go with. See, I find myself choosing. You know what? Fuck it, Different Strokes.
Yeah.
I'm going with Different Strokes. Yep. I'm going with Different Strokes.
I mean, I still wonder where they came up with that name, because I think whoever came up with this show was a pervert.
You know what? Pause. Pause, Troy. Pause. Different Strokes. Pause.
Oh, shit.
All right, you go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to go with this show that gave another spinoff show to another black show. Maude.
Yeah.
Maude gave off. You know what show Maude spun off?
Good Times.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Without Maude, there's no Good Times.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So I'm going to give off Maude.
Mm-hmm.
Who both her and Rue McClanahan both came off that show and came on to Golden Girls.
Okay.
And I'm going to do. He was a good detective, a good cop, and he was also one of the first people that got off before OJ. Beretta.
The difference is Beretta did that shit. Yo, he fucking did it. He did it.
Beretta did that.
Yeah. Fuck what you heard. That little rascal did it.
Oh my God, that's a good point.
That little rascal is guilty. He got away with it, but he's guilty.
Got away.
You know?
My man, keep your eye on the sparrow. That motherfucking song. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Don't do it.
You know what I mean?
Whoever wrote that song, man, was right on point.
Man, whoever wrote all of them songs in the 70s, all of they fucking jingles, all of them jingles was the truth.
I mean, if you could go through a day, if you can go through a day at work and hum the 70s songs, man, you're having a great day at work, man.
Yo, all right, man, let's get back to it because we got a couple of gaffes, but we got some good shit coming in. All right, Tori mentioned that Ty Bridges was on Little House on the Prairie. Yes, he was.
Oh yeah, he was. Okay, yes, okay.
He was also on Fish.
Yeah.
The show Fish. Mm-hmm.
And Fish came is the boy that played. It was a spinoff show from Barney Miller.
Barney Miller. Yep. Fish. He was on Fish, and then he was on Different Strokes. I think he might have been on the Jeffersons too. I know. Gary Coleman was on the Jeffersons for at least an episode.
And Gary Coleman was also on Good Times.
Was he on Good Times?
Yeah. Okay. Penny's friend.
Penny's friend.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Oh, wait. Okay. Somebody said your show MASH. I
ain't gonna finish the whole song because we gotta get on with the show.
Okay, cool. All right, Quincy.
Oh my God, Jack Clubman, Philly's on.
I don't think Quincy was in the 70s.
It was in the 70s.
Was it?
Late 70s, I believe. You can Google it.
Let's see. Hold on. Because, okay, let me see. The show Quincy, when did it air?
It was the late 70s, I believe, I hope so.
Yep, 1976 to 1983. You got it.
Yeah.
Quincy. Yeah,
Jack Clubman.
You know what I mean? Forensic scientist. You know what I mean? The coroner. All right.
Before he was a filthy ass roommate, then became a damn forensic.
He sure did. Right. Yes, he did. He cleaned up his act. You know what I'm saying?
I like the shit you be saying, bro. He cleaned up his act.
All right. Love Pizza says, I think the Jackson 5 had a cartoon. They did. And that was definitely in the 70s.
Yeah, Jackson 5 cartoon was great. I know my brothers can draw them. And I used to steal them and say I drew them and took them to school. I drew this.
All right. Tori said Brown Hornets. That was really Fat Albert.
Yeah.
All right. Lost in Space.
Lost in Space.
Was that the 70s?
No.
Yeah. When did Lost in Space air on TV?
If you said The Land of the Lost, now we talking.
Nah, straight 60s.
So The Land of the Lost was the 60s?
No, Lost in Space. Lost in Space.
You don't remember the show The Land of the Lost?
Yes, but I'm talking about Lost in Space. That's what they wrote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that was from 65 to 68.
Yeah, I know I knew that was a 70s shit.
Yeah, I ain't never.
I'm gonna see you. Who said that?
Loved Pizza.
Okay, all
right. Somebody threw out the Facts of Life. Strictly Business threw out Facts of Life and Facts of Life. It's funny because the first season of Facts of Life had Molly Ringwald and and the original cast, but then they got rid of everybody and just narrowed it down to Blair, and then they brought in Joe and kept Tootie and Natalie for the new. It was like the new facts of life, but they never fully declared it that. But it was like when you know, like, wait a minute, you know what I mean?
You gotta also know they sprinkled in George Clooney in there too.
Did they? Yeah. Damn, I ain't peeped that.
That was one of his first shows.
Okay. All right. Carla put up the Addams Family and Pink Panther. You tripping? But
hey, Carla.
No. She put laughing emojis after it. She knows she fouled.
Oh, okay.
She knows she out of pocket. She knows she out of pocket. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna fuck with him now.
Now hold on. Now Carla she also put out the Harlem Globetrotters. She might be right about that. Yeah.
Cartoon in the 70s, yeah.
Yeah, the cartoon.
I love that cartoon. The boy used to always hide the shit in his afro.
Uh-huh. Oh, now we talking. Tori says zoom. Zoom, 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 I zoom. I like the zoom, 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 I. Yeah. All right. The Flintstones, no. The Flintstones aired from 1960 to 1966.
Still never knew that you could have a kid without screwing. They never showed them. They never showed them. They showed. I think did they ever show them kissing?
Yeah, but the thing is, even a cartoon, they slept in separate beds.
I just wondered, did Fred ever get rock hard?
Pause.
Mr. Slate.
Pause. Mr. Slate.
Oh, you said pause.
You gotta pause there. All right. So it's on me. Okay. So let me see. I'm going to go with Mary Tyler Moore. And I'm going to go with. Wait a minute. Oh, you know what I'm going to go with? Motherfucking Sha-Na-Na.
Came on right after he gone.
Yes, it did. I'm going with Sha-Na-Na. Yeah. All them 50 songs.
And Sha-Na-Na wound up playing in the movie Grease.
Sure did.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Yeah,
fucking show, boy.
All right, it's on you.
Okay, I'm gonna go with shows that I didn't want to watch that my mom used to watch. And this show came on after Dallas. Falcon Crest.
Oh shit. Okay.
You know what I mean? Falcon Crest, yes. The Red Ramos played on that show. I mean, and then I'm going to go with another show, Joan Arc, which is Knots Landing.
Okay.
Yes, shows I didn't want to watch, but I watched them anyway because my mom was watching them.
Yeah, I you know what I mean? I can't co-sign none of them shows. I saw them shows, but I didn't look at them shows.
I watched them. I watched Dallas too. I used to watch Dallas too. You gotta watch what everybody else watching.
Somehow in my family those weren't popular. I was happy as shit about it. But how come I knew about Dallas without watching it? That's what I want to know. Why did I know about Dallas without actually watching Dallas? Why did I know the characters without actually watching the show?
You might have accidentally watched Entertainment Tonight when it first came out because that's all he was talking about was who shot JR.
I watched a couple of episodes, but it wasn't a show that I watched. You understand what I'm saying? Like nobody insisted on watching Dallas in my house. I remember that. I got around that.
Well, they hated the Cowboys too. So I mean,
well, that's what I remember the most. I didn't even like the name of the show.
Yeah, couldn't stand the name of the show.
All right, Sonny and Cher. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Sonny and Cher show. Yeah. And listen, y'all keep trying to get away with the Flintstones. The answer is no. I'm sorry.
The answer is no.
No. You know what I mean? No. All right. Benny Hill. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you're talking.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. The only show that can get you right to the point where you think you're going to see a titty and ass and they take it right away.
Yeah. Like It Is with Gil Noble. I don't even know what that is. All right, Carla says The Bionic Woman.
Yes.
Was that the name of the show?
Lily Wagner.
It wasn't called The $6 Million Woman?
No, it's called The Bionic Woman.
Okay, cool. Yep, Lindsay Wagner. Yeah. I definitely watched that. All right, cool. I'm gonna go with I want to pick some decent ones. I don't even want to just pick any random joints. Let me pick shows that I actually really do. Greatest American Hero.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
I thought this show was funny, but that show, I mean, that song just banged. You know what I mean? That shit just banged. And
it was bad.
Banged. Like, it was dope.
Yeah.
And I was like, this.
I never thought I could be so free.
Mm-hmm.
Flying around on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me.
Yeah.
Good times, good song, good times.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Mork and Mindy.
I knew you were gonna go there. I knew it.
Yeah, I'll go with Mork and Mindy.
And that's not even low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, I wanted to go with shows that I actually watched, and I definitely watched that show, so fuck it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with a show that I'm shocked nobody said nothing about. I'm shocked. I'm gonna go with the Dukes and Hazzards.
Damn, nobody said that yet?
No.
That is shocking. Yeah. Ha.
We all love the Dukes and Hazzards until we realize about that damn Confederate flag.
You know what I mean? I had to grow up and realize that I should have never been watching that bullshit.
I should have never watched that racist ass fucking show.
You know what I mean? And no grown-ups told us, like, yo, man, y'all need to be watching this shit.
Matter of fact, y'all turned it on for us.
Right? Ain't that some bull? Well, no, actually, they didn't do that. Somehow we discovered that bitch on our own. All I know is we watched that shit on a Friday night like it wasn't nothing. And I got it from my boy who lived down the street from me. Cause I was like, what are they? He kept talking about the I was like, what are y'all talking about? He was like the Dukes of Hazzard. And he wasn't saying the Dukes of Hazzard right. He was saying like the Dukes of Hazzard or some shit like that.
like HAZ.
So some shit like that. And then I saw the commercial on TV. I was like, so this is a good show? He was like, yo, man, he was like, that show is bad. I was like, all right.
It came on Friday nights, and then after that came Show Dallas.
For a while they had the Hulk and Dukes of Hazzard on the same night. They might have been on different channels, but they had them at different times. And so I followed up. Either Dukes of Hazzard came on first.
No, son. The Dukes of Hazzard and Dallas came on. Dukes of Hazzard and the Hawk came on the same channel. You right? They came on Friday nights. The Dukes.
It was the same channel. Okay. All right. All I know is I watched one before the other. That was some good TV. And you know what I mean?
It was the Dukes. It was the Hawk, the Dukes and Hazzards, then Dallas.
Yep. Well, I could have been out catching lightning bugs. I could have been out catching lightning bugs, but instead, you know what I'm saying? I was watching. Yeah. The Hulk and Dukes of Hazzard back to back. That was TV. Queen Monica, the Knight Rider, definitely is the 80s.
Yeah.
That shit ain't come out till like 83, 84. Think about it. Look at that model of Trans Am. That shit was not out in the 70s. The 70s Trans Am was dope. That 80s Trans Am, I was like, I didn't really like it. I thought it was all right. But no. All right, so let me see. Wait, it's your turn. Wait.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Policewoman.
Okay.
Angie Dickinson.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to go with that. And I'm going to also go with the TV show SWAT.
Yo, thank you. Because I started to do it, but I was like, I started to do it. And I was like, that's why I paused and I said, let me do shows that I really watch. See, the thing is, I said twat. SWAT didn't have enough episodes. And we were so young. We were so young when SWAT came out. You know what I mean? And it must have only aired for like a season or two. Cause we don't even get no reruns of that shit. I remember saying, like, why did they take SWAT off the air? And
they used to throw it on Nick at Night, but it wasn't. They took it off. I guess it wasn't like they didn't. There wasn't a lot of following for it, but Nick at Night had it on there.
Okay, yeah. It was so hard for me to be able to watch SWAT. My sisters wasn't having. I was like, damn, why can't I watch SWAT? I want to see SWAT. It was dope. But anyway, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
I let you do what you do, baby.
Yeah, I'm spending the night over your house so I can watch SWAT. Yeah, I gotta go all the way to South Philly. Man, my mom dropped me down your house so I can watch SWAT.
We just throw Tom stuff in the Jiffy Pop.
You know what I mean? All right. I already said Mork and Mindy. Okay. Love Pizza says
you already said Mork and Mindy.
I said I already said Mork and Mindy. Tori wrote it. Tori also wrote Green Acres.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm like, look at how they was dressed. That wasn't. Look at this. Look at the setting. That shit wasn't no 70s. All right. Carla said Shazam.
Yeah. Came on before ISIS.
But was that 70s?
Yes, it was.
Let me check.
Google it.
I'm on it. When did the show Shazam come out?
Saturday mornings.
74. September 7th, 1974. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I remember.
For some reason, I always thought Shazam was held over from the 60s and shit. All right, cool. All right.
You gonna stretch it? You gonna say yes, Carla?
Cool. All right. Let's see. 8 is enough.
Good one.
8 is enough. That was my show.
Good one.
And let me see. Fuck. Let's see. What shows would I have picked if we was playing TV tag? You remember playing TV tags, Troy?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Fudge. That's my mama.
Good one. Great one.
Mm-hmm.
Great one.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's a great one.
Mm-hmm. Yo, it's getting late in the show. I need another one. Carter Country. Carter Country.
Good one. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, bust that.
Okay, I got two of them.
All right.
I got two of them. I got the TV show Family. Christy McNichols. Yes, remember the show. This is not, son. I'm not even Googling shit, son.
No. I'm not laughing at. That's not what I'm laughing at. I'm laughing at Queen Monica get all of these shows wrong. Let me just end it. Yo, she got
another one.
Hold on, she got. Hold on. She got Flintstones, Leave It to Beaver, Dennis the Menace, Hanna-Barbera one day.
What the hell?
She was watching too much Channel 48.
This is the 70s.
Yo, she like, well, I was watching it in the 70s, right? Like, I see what you're saying, but the thing is, these are 70s TV shows, so they have to be created in the 70s. You know, we was
the TV show Family came on after Family came on at 9:00. This was Wednesday nights.
No, I'm not talking about you. You good.
No, I'm just saying what I'm saying because I just want to remember. I like to remember. Mm-hmm. It was Wednesday nights, it was Family, and then Eight Is Enough came on.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And then I got a show that came on Tuesday nights, one of my favorite shows. Heart to Heart.
Yo! Oh shit! Heart to Heart. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Yo!
Robert Wilson.
That was my shit. Heart to Heart. Wow. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Shit, scattered pictures of the times we left behind. Those are the memories for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heart to Heart came on Tuesday nights.
Oh man, yeah. All right, cool. Let me see.
You got me digging in the crates of my mind, man. I said to myself, I am not Googling nothing, man.
Cool. Tori said the Barbara Walters show.
You know about 2020?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Like, does he have a show of her own?
I mean, we'll give it to her. Let's call it 2020.
No, we're not giving. No.
No. Barbara Walters had her own show, but it wasn't a show. She always had a bunch of specials in one year, but no, we're not doing that. That's not a show.
I don't think that's a show.
We can't do it. I'm sorry, Tori.
I don't know if we can rock with that.
I'm gonna have to hit her with the oh.
Batman. No.
Come on. Adam West was in the 60s.
Yo, that shit aired for one season. One season.
You would think that shit aired for a whole decade.
Mm-hmm. All right. Nah, Monica, we already did the Love Boat. There you go, Tori, the Gong Show.
Tori. Redemption is a beautiful thing, Tori.
That's a good one.
Chuck Berry.
That's a good one.
Chuck Barris, my man.
Uh-huh. All right. I got a good one. Love American Style.
Oh my God.
Love American Style. Yeah. And I'm going to go with Soap.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, it's
okay. Well, I'm gonna see your Soap and take a spin-off show called Benson from the TV show Soap.
Fuck. Yeah.
If anybody ever looked at Soap, people would have an understanding that Benson was on Soap.
Benson was a good show.
Yeah. Robert Guillaume.
Yep.
Quiet as kept. I'm the head nigga in charge.
You know what I mean? I'm the head nigga in charge. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I want to go with something that was I'm going to go with the syndication show, which is pretty much also is also talking about shows, and I'm going to go with the Merv Griffin show.
Oh shit. Okay.
And it spawned the careers of, they already had careers, but it spawned the career of Whitney Houston. Because that was the first time she was on TV in the late 70s. And then also, a mainstay on that show was Teddy P.
Okay.
Teddy Pendergrass. Merv Griffiths. He wound up buying the hotel and casino in Atlantic City Resorts.
Yep. Sure did.
He owned that. He owned the Resorts Hotel.
He was very rich.
Greatest men. Very, very rich.
Okay. Let me see. That's because they don't have nothing in the chat. They spent all their money. We ain't leaving this amusement park for another 5 hours. I don't know what y'all gonna do.
Y'all better go to the car and take a nap.
All right.
Look at Carla.
Talking about the Price is Right. The Price is Right came out in the 60s. For sure. But it was shit. I mean, shit's still out. So no.
Racist ass Bob Barker.
Was he racist?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking racist and fucking misogynist.
All right. So
might be related to Trump.
All right, but since she going with Family Feud. Okay.
Hold on. Look what Carl put down. Tori put down.
You know what? I can't. Can I unsee this?
But he got Costello. She woke up on Sunday morning.
This shit is in black and white. They don't have one episode in color.
Who's on first?
You gonna say the Three Stooges next?
You know what I mean?
Wheel of Fortune. Did Wheel of Fortune that did come out in the 70s?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well shit, since we doing game shows, here's one y'all might have forgot. Make Me Laugh.
I'm getting ready to say it, you motherfucker. I'm getting ready to say it.
So since
I'm getting ready to say it.
you know the
What? Which one?
Name that tune.
Yeah, boy. Fucking favorite shows, boy.
Yo.
Oh man, you took my shit, bro.
Yeah, I needed to snatch that away from. I saw you creeping up behind me and shit. Yeah, I mean, you trying to pick my pockets. Okay. Let me see. Let me get another show because this is gonna have to be the last round. Let me see. I should go with a cartoon since I watched so many cartoons when I was on Saturday morning. We did Hong Kong Phooey. What was that? Wonder Twin Powers activate. Nah, fuck that. Super Friends. Godzilla, and Godzuki.
Oh my God.
Let me see. One more show. Fuck it, Troy, go ahead.
Rhoda?
We didn't do Rhoda.
Nobody did Rhoda.
Yes, right. You did Maud.
I did Maud.
Mm-hmm.
Rhoda. And Webster.
Webster came out in the 80s.
You sure? Google that for me real quick. Can you fact check that for me, sir?
I will. I will do that for you.
I think it came out in the late 90s.
Like, damn.
Late 70s.
Let me see. What year did the show Webster air? 1983 to 1989.
Okay. Well, I say, I'm going to pull back on Webster, and I'm going to take the show that was in syndication for a long period of time, and my favorite guest I will speak on after that, the Phil Donahue show.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite guest was Khalid Muhammad.
That shit was crazy as hell, boy. Boy, was it on. It was on. Boy, that show was hot.
Khalid Muhammad kept a stern face, but Minister Farrakhan always smiled when he talked.
That shit was crazy.
He had me cracking up, boy. He was talking so much good shit. He made me listen. I looked at it recently, bro.
Yo, that shit. That was a good ass episode. That shit was off the chain.
I think they had him on his show like maybe 2-3 times.
Mm-hmm. It was definitely more than once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would have been no Jerry Springer if it wasn't for that episode.
Yeah.
All right. They said $100,000 pyramid. Okay. Jeopardy and Let's Make a Deal. I don't know. I guess so.
Tori said Phil Donahue was in the 70s. Yes, it was.
It was. It came out in the 70s. That shit spanned 70s, 80s, and into the 90s. Yep. Hollywood Squares, good one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Okay. All right. So let's go to the poll question. We had a little bit of fun tonight. All right.
A lot of fun.
That's what's up. All right. As a child of the 70s or 80s, what did you do the most? So I listed some activities. So so we could talk about which one you did the most when as we go through these. All right. Ride bikes, roller skate, or ride skateboards. 48% said that they did that in the 70s. Cool, because that's the one I would have picked. We was always riding bikes around my way.
Yeah.
21% said playing video games or arcade games. Yo, pinball was my shit in the 70s, boy.
Yeah.
For real. All right. 14% said playing sports or jumping rope. Only 14%.
Mm-hmm.
And 17% said read a lot or watch TV, read a lot, watch TV, or go to movies. Only 17% said that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That shows you how active we were in the 70s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shit, 70s, we couldn't wait to get out.
Being outside was the shit in the 70s. We outside.
In the 80s, shit, you knew you was grown I knew I was grown when I was staying out till about 6 in the morning at age 15, 16.
Listen, we was outside, coming to house smelling like outside, getting indicted for smelling like outside. I never knew what that shit smelled like until I got older. Like, yo, it really is out.
You smell like all outside. Go get your ass in the shower.
You know what I mean? You smell like outside. Nigga, you stink.
Yeah, I would. It's hard for me to choose on all of them because I would take that first one, the first one like you said, and I would mix it with sports.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would mix it with sports. So yeah, that would be that. And then my second one would be, if you added to it, I would take the movies and television. So that's what we was doing too.
Yeah.
But we wasn't in no house.
None of these things involve, well, reading a lot, because some people couldn't come outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not even that. Some parents just didn't want their kids outside. They couldn't come out. We always had this one friend. Yo, he can't come out.
Yeah.
A motherfucker, you know what I mean? We had to jailbreak him like a fire stick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Couldn't come outside.
Man, it's a great fucking show, man.
Yeah.
Brought back so many fucking memories, man. So many fucking memories.
Yo, TV in the 70s was on some other shit, man, for real.
Yeah, that's it. Listen, I guess you gotta go to the 80s now, bro. Did we do the 80s before?
We didn't do this series yet. So next week we'll do the 80s. You know what I mean? And I don't even know if we're gonna get to the 90s because it got different. But we'll see. We'll see. You know what I mean?
To make the whole synopsis of the 70s is that, like I said earlier, it wasn't the FCC, it was the FUCK. They didn't care. They wanted to let you, they put everything out in the forefront. Racism, colorism, everything.
Wait, you couldn't be fat. It was just, because remember, the way they used to tease rerun on, all fat people got clowned in the 70s on 70s TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, fat. They ain't care about teasing you when you was fat or anything. No.
Nobody wasn't getting away with shit.
You do it now, and you do it now. You gotta be politically correct right now.
You couldn't even be retarded on TV in the 70s. All right.
No, you could not. Oh, no, you could. Because they had the retarded cousin on the Faster Life.
Damn, they sure did.
Yeah. I think it was Maryland's retarded cousin.
Retarded cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was slow.
Yeah, and then in the 80s, they had the Down syndrome show, Life Goes On. They shit started picking up, but these days you can't have none of them shows on TV.
Not at all.
No, just shit. How dare you?
You gotta wrap that up. All right, man. Look, yo, good looking out. Thank you. Thanks for the laughs. It was a good look.
I'm glad you called me before I can call it, man.
That's right. Had to catch you out there.
You know what to do, bro.
Got you.
All right, much love to everybody in the chat. Be blessed, be safe. Keep an eye on one another. Keep an eye on one another and look out for one another. As like the show went last night. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Blessings. Much love to you, bro. We're going to talk.
Okay.
All right, friend.
I'll let you later.
Well.
We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious August 26th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. We get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Tori Lady T, and also Yvonne Deloach, Marvella Morris, Davina Diamond Girl Lloyd, Gabriella Gaby, Stephanie Pert, Osvi Valmy, Carmen, Milagros Polanco Peniche, Renee Wigfall, my girl, good friend of the show, Angel David, Lulu, Red Feather, and last but not least, a good friend of the show from day one, Erica Jamaican Hall Denny. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. Happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious August 26th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, yo, the 70s era of TV was off the chain. It was crazy. Had a lot of good laughs. Had some good cries. Had some things just to think about and ponder over. You know, there was things that you might have liked, things that you couldn't stand, but it set a precedent. There were a lot of social and political issues going on in the 70s. And TV was pretty much where they aired out their dirty laundry. You know, we didn't have the internet. Talk radio wasn't buzzing like that from what I remember back in the 70s, you know, to a certain extent, you know, and my people from Philly know what I'm talking about. Rest in peace, you know, to our girl AM radio. Y'all know her. But yeah. So TV was where we got our social information. That's where we got our social information. And you know, hey, it set the stage, even though things changed a lot in the 80s. And next week, we'll get into the TV in the 80s and see what that's about. But I want to thank all of y'all for coming through. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for y'all funny ass selections and things like that. You know what I mean? I think we may have all needed this show tonight. I know I did. That's a good look. Yo, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, 1 a.m. in the morning. Y'all know how we do. Make sure y'all hit the like button before y'all get on up out of here. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, yeah, y'all know it's a daily Go Get It Business show. So I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all be good and be safe. I'll holler. All right.